Things are getting spicy over in the UK with the Johnny Depp versus the UK Sun magazine or tabloid or whatever it is that you want. A lot of new details are coming out, and I think it's important to cut through a lot of what appears to be just a bad marriage and understand what this suit is actually about. It's actually about what they called him, and if he's, of course, what they said. I do not believe that's the case, and I don't believe any shred of evidence brought forth, while it does make Johnny look a little bad, really proves anything in that case. And I'm hoping that his legal team understands that. Now, we know how YouTube treats these videos covering this topic, so I have a solution. I've brought in a sponsor for this video, and I hope you'll check them out. This video's sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends. I absolutely love playing Raid. I'm playing both on my PC and on my mobile device, along with over 25 million downloads, over 1 million players in the game every single day, an ultra active company Discord with 87,000 players in it, and a server with over 60 channels in different languages just for Raid. Raid also has an active Reddit community with over 35,000 fans and a huge Twitch community with over 56,000 streamers. By the time you're watching this video, there should be a brand new Tag Team Arena live inside the game. Tag Arena is the next level of competitive PvP battles. Instead of a single 4v4 battle like in Classic Arena, it's actually a series of 3 4 versus 4 battles, the best of 3. Whoever wins 2 battles wins the series. Now join me in the game. My username is Colt's Dad, and you can help the channel by downloading Raid Shadow Legends from my special links down below. And then if you're a new player, you can get an exclusive welcome pack that contains 50,000 silver, 50 gems, 5 mystery shards, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost for a day, 1 clan boss key, and a free awesome champion, the Executioner. Again, my username is Colt's Dad. I hope to see you in Raid Shadow Legends. It's free to play, and thank you for sponsoring this video. And yes, I actually play the game, so I hope to see you in there. Now, a whole slew of new claims have been brought out. In fact, one of the biggest headlines right now is how Amber has left poo in the bed, and that's what actually led to Johnny deciding to finally walk away. The BBC News covers some of the biggest claims made here, and let's just take a look. I just want to break it down because there's also a pretty inflammatory text message I want to share with all of you that's pretty spicy as well. So, Mr. Depp at 57 told folks that Amber was angry when he was late to her 30th birthday party. She heard claims. He claims he threw a magnum of champagne at her, which he denies. He's also, of course, he's suing for libel over an article that called him a terrible thing, but the Sun newspaper maintains their story was accurate. The April 2018 piece by journalist Dan Wooten was about the casting of Mr. Depp in the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them film franchise. Mr. Depp's legal team says the article made defamatory allegations of the utmost seriousness by accusing him of doing terrible things. On the 4th day of proceedings, now this thing is supposed to go on for 3 weeks. I think most of what we're going to see, the spicy stuff, is all going to come out in the first couple of days, although I could be wrong. So he was late. He later retired to bed to avoid any confrontation with her, as he claimed she displayed anger and rage over his lateness. He also says he admitted to pushing her to the ground and grabbing her hair when in a battle, a claim he denies. She also, or her cohort, were actually left a pile of poo in their marital bed, a claim she denies. Where are the pictures? We need the pictures. In a text message to Miss Heard, Mr. Depp later said he would never be able to understand how he fell in love with her. So, okay. Sasha Wass, representing the Sun Publisher Group newspaper, suggested that Mr. Depp got out of bed to argue with her on his 30th birthday party, which he denied. The barrister said Mr. Depp was very distressed about the news he had received about his finances, and the last thing you want to be told was that you were a disappointment to your wife. He replied, I believe that's the last thing any husband would want to hear. Fair enough. Ms. Wass then went on to claim Mr. Depp of claim he picked up a bottle, a Magnum bottle. I don't know what that means. Is that big? Or is that a brand? I don't know. I don't drink champagne. He threw it, which missed. The glass smashed, which he also denied. She also claimed that he grabbed her by the hair. He denied that as well. None of these claims can be proven. He suggested that Mr. Depp pushed her to the ground and bumped her chest before leaving a birthday message which contained an expletive. Oh, two adults using an expletive. He told the court it was, quote, a mystery who had pooed in the bed, and it was not left by a 3 or 4 pound dog, in reference to the couple's pets, one of which was said to have problems with toilet habits. I was convinced that it was either misheard herself or one of her cohorts involved in leaving the feces in the bed. He later told the court that this incident was a fitting end to their relationship. I would imagine. I would imagine. He later sent a text message saying, I'll never be able to understand how I fell in love with you. I hope our divorce goes as quickly as possible and that it is as painless as possible. So to me, that sounds like, Johnny realizing that, they're just not good for each other. I think it's fair to say that that's true. And he just wants it to be done. What's wrong with that? Now, the case arose out of a publication. The article, how can J.K. Rowling be genuinely happy? Obviously, more interesting news, too. Now, there's this claim where the actor tells Aquaman star to cut me if you don't, I will, as he clutches a blade during an exchange in July 2016, a month before their settlement. Now, I don't think anyone legitimately thinks that Johnny Depp is in a good mental state. I think being in a toxic relationship, especially if you're someone like Depp who is prone to, I don't know how you would describe it, but he's had a lifelong, history of being, having problems with substances, and he had a messed up childhood. I'm not excusing any said behavior, but what I'm saying is I can understand where he might be in a headspace, and I can also understand why Amber Heard probably was in a bad headspace. But none of this, the important thing, none of this proves what the Sun had said. Poo was found in the couple's marital bed by their cleaner, with Johnny saying it definitely was not left there by a 3 or 4 pound dog. The feces had been found the morning after the couple allegedly rowed over Depp being late to her party. He then allegedly left a note that read, happy effing birthday. Woo. And then they bring up that he trashed a hotel room. Okay. Depp claimed he stood in front of her, asking her to cut him. Okay. Well, that's not him hitting, right? Now, again, that's mentally not okay. Obviously, Depp is not in a good spot. I can't imagine what it'd be like to be married to that. Probably not good. But I'm sure, I'm sure that Amber had her fair share in pushing him over the edge. And, when you see pictures like this, right, where you have your wife with Elon Musk with a lipstick kiss on his face, I don't really know what what people are saying. Depp also said his ex-wife had a string of, or he called her a string of names. Who cares? He wrote, she's begging for global humiliation. Well, she's going to get it. That's what she said. That's what I said. I have no mercy, no fear, and not 1 ounce of emotion or what I thought was love for this gold-digging, low-level, dime a dozen. Oh, jeez. Woo! She will hit the wall hard. I met a sublime little Russian here, which made me realize that the time I blew on this 50-cent stripper, I would not touch her with a glove. Oh my God. He mad. I can only hope that karma kicks in and she takes the gift of breath form her. Gift, breath form from her. Takes the gift of breath from her. Whoa, Jesus. Sorry, man. Now I'll stop at nothing. Now his evidence is coming to a close today after a dramatic 4 days on the stand, where he has been had a number of claims. But again, none of these claims prove what the magazine said about him. Right? That's the thing. None of these claims, and I'm hoping that his legal team, said that Depp is enraged and pushed her sister. Oh, okay, so that's not even Amber. Okay, a chunk of hair that you could have cut out, or could have been from anything. You left a poo. He threw his phone. Again, none of these things. Oh, but Depp is said to have found the incident hilarious, jokingly calling Amber in the dumps and Amber turd. And Depp today said that the poo is definitely not left there by 3 or 4 pound dog, blah, blah, blah. He told that he thought Kurt or one of her friends was the only one crass enough to have committed such an act. But he said that the incident later meant he, quote, made the difficult decision not to see her anymore. He's been accused of turning his rage and frustration on Heard when he failed to take control of his substance issues. Again, none of these. I mean, none of this. Depp drew a fake dong on a painting of a woman. Okay. So? I mean, yeah, he parties. Is anybody surprised that Hollywood celebrity parties? I mean, none of this proves... Yeah, when the Hollywood Reporter wrote a few days ago, like, this isn't going to be great because, a lot of this stuff's going to come out. Okay, but none of this proves what the magazine said. It just proves that they were in a toxic marriage that both of them contributed to. Then you see Depp threatened to slice off Elon's junk because he was hooking up with Amber Heard. Okay, understandable. I mean, he didn't do it. Understandable that he might feel that way. I want to finish this video with an excellent text message exchange brought to light by Mr. Depp's legal counsel. Text message exchange from Amber Heard. Red, self-described Black Lives Matter advocate Amber Heard, and blue text Sean Bett, a 14-year-old veteran of the LA Sheriff's Department. Amber, can you please grab us some coffees from downstairs? Please, we're having a little bit of an issue with our coffee. Sure, all blacks coming. Amber replies, racist. Also, while you're down there, do you mind picking up a package I have at the front desk? The officer replies, I meant coffee, of course. I don't condone any form of racism or prejudice. I mean, imagine your friends having to talk like this to your friends. But then Amber writes, Nancy, please. That's what she writes. Now, I don't care. It doesn't offend me, but I'm not a self-described BLM advocate, and I'm not out there taking photo ops to stand in solidarity with people. I mean, it's just, it's just an interesting look into how these people talk when they don't think anyone is watching. I wish Johnny Depp the absolute best of luck. I'm hoping that the worst we've heard is out, and essentially everything I've seen shows that they were in a bad marriage, but it does not prove what this magazine said about him, and it doesn't prove that it was one directional. Honestly, it looks like they're both a bit off their rockers. It's good that they split up, but it doesn't prove what Amber said about Johnny Depp in that horrible piece that she wrote for the Washington Post, which cost him jobs, and it doesn't prove what the Sun said about him either. So I'm hoping that a jury of people that aren't morons, hopefully, will see that. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.